Hey there, grade 10s. Welcome to Educate. Let us do the internal structure of the Earth. So, when you're talking about the internal structure of the Earth, do not overrate it. It's nothing fancy. It's something that you probably know already because you probably know that this is the ground where you are at right now. Maybe you are sitting here and then these are trees and this is the surface of the Earth. So when we are referring to the Earth's surface, we are referring to the ground, basically where you are right now. That is the Earth's surface. So when we are looking at the internal structure of the Earth, we are trying to look at the layers that are beneath our ground to say that if you are going to dig down up, if you're going to take maybe you're going to take a shovel or something and start digging, what are you going to find beneath the Earth's surface or under the ground? So these are the layers that you find, and these layers will define our structure of the Earth. So now I've designed this diagram carefully so that I can show you different layers that we find. So at first you're going to find this first layer. We have got this first layer from here all the way down to here. So this is the first layer that you have. And then the second layer is the red one, the one that is painted in red in this diagram. This is the second layer. So this is layer number 1. This is layer number 2. The third layer is the yellow one. This is yellow, layer number 3. All right. So this is the third layer underneath the Earth's surface. And then layer number 4, it is the fourth layer. So this is what you find as you dig down. But then what is this in the first place? First of all, here we are on the Earth's surface. We are living on the Earth's surface. We're at the ground level. That's where we are. And then this is probably an ocean. So this is an ocean. And then this is the land where you are. But in most cases, we refer to land as a continent. We don't just say it's land, but in geographic terms, we say it's a continent. So we've got a continent as well as an ocean. So now let us look at this structure and what are these layers known as, because we've got 4 layers that are underneath. When you dig underground, you find 4 layers. Let us start with the first one. So this is the typical diagram that they are going to give you in your exam just to confuse you, but I've already given you an idea that when you're talking about the internal structure of the Earth, we are just looking at what do you find underground. So the first layer, which is the crust, this one. What is the crust? The crust is this layer that we are at right now, because right now we are on top of the ground. So this layer where we live on top of the ground, because maybe you are probably here and you are chilling at the beach with your friends, or maybe you are here, you are at school and you are watching my wonderful videos and all of that. So basically the crust is where we are at exactly. So the crust is the first layer. So this first layer, this brown layer, it is known as a crust. So when we're talking about the crust, that is where we live at. So this crust is made up of solid rock because we are actually able to stand on the crust because we are on top of a ground. So there's solid rock. So there are rocks underneath. So these different layers, such as these ones, these are all different layers of rocks. It's particularly known as sedimentary rock, but then we're going to do rocks later on. But just know that the place that we are at right now, it is made up of rocks, and we say it is known as the crust of the Earth. It is the Earth's crust. That is the first layer. So in this diagram of a spherical Earth, you are going to find the crust as the first layer here, the brown one. That is the crust. Now, if you continue digging, okay, basically the crust is 6 to 90 kilometers thick, or that's what you should know, to say that the distance from where we are right now, and if you continue digging, you're going to find that it's around 6 to 90 kilometers. So you're going to dig at least 6 to 90 kilometers to get to the other layer. And this other layer is known as the mantle. So the mantle is the second layer, this red one. So if you keep on digging and digging and digging and digging underground, you will end up removing all the rocks and all the crust. You end up removing all the crust of the Earth, and you will reach another layer that is known as mantle. So the mantle is 2,900 kilometers thick. So it's a very thick layer that is found underground if you continue digging until you pass the crust. So in this earth diagram, the spherical earth, this is the mantle. So the mantle, basically, it is this layer, the second layer after the crust. So it means that when you keep digging down after passing the crust, which is 60 to 90 kilometers long, 60 to 90 kilometers thick, you will be able to reach the mantle. So one thing about the mantle, it is made up of molten magma. When you say that it is molten magma, it means those rocks have dissolved. Those rocks are actually liquid, because magma is something that is more like a liquid. It's more like your porridge. You know, when you eat porridge every day in the morning, maybe you like Movite or something like that. But ew, yeah. So when you eat Movite, you see that texture, that state of matter, it is molten. Okay, it will say it's molten. So the mantle consists of molten magma. So basically, rocks are solids when they are here at the earth's crust, but deep underground, the rocks, they are actually liquids. They're actually what? They're actually liquids. And then that liquid that actually makes up the rocks, it is known as molten magma. So this mantle, this layer after the crust, which is 2,900 kilometers thick, which is the mantle, it consists of a liquid that is known as a molten magma. Then the third layer is known as an outer core of the earth. So this is the outer core of the earth. So the outer core of the earth is 2,250 kilometers thick, just slightly smaller than the mantle, and this is made up of liquid dense rock. So there is still liquid dense rock. So basically, rocks can be in a liquid form. Rocks can look like water. Okay, although you see rocks and you think like those rocks are too strong and they can beat you down, but rocks can be liquid, they can be melted actually. So if we continue digging down underground and we pass the crust, we pass the mantle, we will reach an outer core. So the outer core basically, it has got what? It has got liquid rock. It has got rock that is liquid. So I'm sure you are trying to imagine how can rocks be liquid, but rocks can look like water only if they are found at the outer core. The moment that they reach on the earth's surface, they'll just become solid and they'll become strong and they'll become EJ, the one that is able to beat you down. Yeah, and stuff like that. So the innermost layer, the last layer, if you keep digging, the last layer of the earth is known as an inner core. So the inner core is 1,200 kilometers thick and it is made of solid materials. It is just like the crust as well. So the inner core, the innermost layer, if you keep on digging and digging and digging and digging and digging and digging, you pass the crust, you pass the mantle, you pass the outer core, you will reach an inner core. So the inner core of the earth, it is made up of solid rock or solid materials. Basically, it's more like the crust itself. So basically, these are the layers that we have. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got four layers that make up the internal structure of the earth. So I want you to say, when you see such a diagram in an exam, the earth's diagram, do not be confused. Why is there a mantle? What is the mantle? It is just what you find if you continue digging and digging and digging under the ground. We are living on a crust. We are living on the what? On the crust. And if you continue digging down the crust, you will reach the mantle, which consists of a liquid known as molten magma. And then if you continue digging and you pass the molten magma, you will reach a what? An outer core. You continue, you will reach lastly the inner core. So this is the diagram that I've designed for you so that you can easily see it, because sometimes you might be confused in this round earth. What in the world are we talking about? So now let's just look at the crust itself, because that's where we are at. So let's just try to analyze what happens with where we are, which is the crust. So now at the crust, we actually can divide the crust into two parts. We have got a continental crust as well as an oceanic crust. Remember, I've already told you that when you say that we are in a continent, it just means that we are over the land. And then we are in an ocean, it means that we're over the seas and the oceans. So the crust is divided into two layers, or is divided into two sections or two crusts. So we have a continental crust. That is where we are here. That is where we stay. That is where we put our buildings. That's where we drive our beautiful cars. And then that's where you go to school every morning, even if you don't want to. Yes, that's where we live. that is known as a continental crust. So the continental crust has got another name. It is known as a CL. So whenever you see the word CL, it is referring to the continental crust. So this is just the rock that we are on top of, because we're actually living on top of a rock. Imagine if that rock has to melt, all of us are gonna die. Oh, I'm just joking. That won't happen. So basically, the continental crust is where you are staying at. So this is otherwise known as a CL. So we can say continental crust or a CL. So this one, it lies under continents. So it is lying under continents. It just means that it's lying where we are staying at. For example, here I am and I'm chilling in my boat here in eThekwini. Here it is. So this is a continent. So this layer that lies under the continents is known as a continental crust. And then it is made up of granite rock. Since we have said that the crust is actually a layer of rock, the one that is actually balancing us here so that we can do our activities, the one that is making up the ground basically. So the continental crust, or the CL, it is made up of a rock known as granite. We are still going to do types of rock in my next video, but basically the continental crust is made up of what? Of the type of rock that is known as granite. And then we have an oceanic crust. So here is an ocean. So here is an ocean. Maybe this is a beautiful Atlantic Ocean there by Cape Town. And then here, the layer of rock under an ocean, that is the oceanic crust. You see this layer of rock under the ocean. This is an oceanic crust. So when we are talking about an oceanic crust, we're basically referring to this layer of rock that we find under oceans. So it is otherwise known as a seamer. So continental crust, CL. Oceanic crust, seamer. CL, seamer, CL, seamer. So basically an oceanic crust is known as a seamer, and it lies under oceans, and it also lies under the continental crust, because remember we said that the continental crust, it is this layer that is lying under continents, the white one. And then the oceanic crust is the one that is lying under oceans. So the oceanic crust, it also lies under the continental crust itself. You can see from the image, right, that this black layer, which represents the oceanic crust, it is lying under the continental crust as well as under the oceans. That's why you say that the seamer, or the oceanic crust, it lies under oceans and the continental crust as well. And then it is made up of a certain type of rock that is known as basalt as well as gabbro. We're still going to do all these types of rocks in our next upcoming video. Thank you, wonderful great for watching. I mean my Cocomelons. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned and tell your friends to stay tuned.